fighters talk about it's just another fight for me. For you, it's just another title fight, which is a weird thing. You kind of make our jobs harder because we're running out of things to ask you because all you do is fight for the title and all you do is win.
You guys are just looking for drama. That's your problem. But
I never look for drama.
That's true. You know, at the end of the day, you know, it's another fight. It's another title fight for myself. One of my coaches told me a great quote. Forget his name, but he says, you know, don't celebrate when you're in the end zone unless you don't plan on being there again. You know, I plan on being in this position for a long time in my career. And yeah, that's how I answer that.
You obviously had to get ready for him last summer for a stretch before you got hurt. What's different getting ready for him the second time around? I mean, go back and look at both of the fights that he had in the meantime?
You know, I mean, obviously you do, but at the same time, I went back and looked at myself, did a little bit different things in this training camp. You know, we realized that I am genetically gifted as great cardio, speed, and fast. So we took away from that. We took a little bit of, basically when I used to train for my fights, I'll push my heart rate to like 185 to 190 beats per minute during strength and conditioning. And now I was like, okay, we don't need to do that. You're always in great shape. Let's focus more of your cardio and fight specific stuff. And we can do a little more heavy lift and all that stuff. So this time coming into the camp, you know, I was a little bit heavier, which Matt wanted me to be, just because I'm just a small guy at 125.
What would tying Silva's record mean to you?
Oh, it'd be awesome, man. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, Matt's another great coach. It's, you know, everybody keeps saying, you know, it's Anderson Silva's record, but it's not about chasing him. It's just chasing number 10. You know what I mean? Obviously, number 11 is the ultimate goal. But yeah, it would be sweet if we, you know, succeeded.
One of those defenses was against a Kansas City guy, Tim Elliott. He's also on the card. How did he push you? What do you think of him as a fighter?
I think Tim Elliott, he's a very, very durable, gritty fighter. Big for the weight class. I mean, he's tall. It's like, what, 5'9", 5'8", or something like that. But he's a great fighter. He's good, and he has a lot of heart.
So will you celebrate with barbecue when you win?
We'll see, man. We'll see. You know, I got to go out there and win first, and then as long as my tummy's good, then we'll go out and find the best barbecue out here.
Yeah, Demetrious, I know earlier this week you called 10 just a stepping stone.
Yeah.
But it's gonna, if you do get there, you're gonna join Anderson, a guy who's considered the greatest of all time. Does that specifically mean something to you?
No, I mean it does, but at the same time, like, you know, for me to, you know, when I look at guys who are greatest of all time, not saying that he's not, I like complete fighters. You know what I mean? I think Gegard Mousasi is very underrated. I mean, his grappling is legit. His boxing is good. He has titles in multiple organizations, even in K1, I believe. I could be wrong. So it's hard for me to say. You know, I train with Matt Hume, one of the best in the world. I mean, he can do it all, wrestle, clinch. You know, I'm not one of those guys like, this is my jiu-jitsu coach. Boxing coach, hey, dietitian. He's just here for the ride. So for me, you know, I'm training with Matt Hume all the time, and Matt Hume can look at a fighter and be like, this guy has deficiencies, you know, so how could he be the best fighter in the world? So kind of went on a rant there, but
That's
yeah.
all right. Have you thought, though, at all about legacy? Has that entered your mind yet?
No.
Not there yet.
I'm 30 years old, and even when I'm about 38 years old, I'm like, how's your legacy? I was like, I don't fucking know. I'm just ready to make sure keep the lights on when I retire.
You get a new belt every time
You know what? I'm getting pissed off about this. I saw Daniel Cormier had 3 damn belts. So Dana White, WME, IMG, whoever the owner is, who writes the checks, give me 8 damn belts, please, and I'll make 9. And then if I win this one, I'll take this one home. So I'm gonna start, you know, collecting these belts. All these guys, you know, who else has them? Michael Bisping has 2 belts, and I'm just a nice guy. I'm just a company man. Like, I come here, I fight, and they take the belt away from me. I'm like, all right, peace. Call me when you want me to come fight again, and that's it. But now I'm seeing these guys with 3 belts. I'm like, you know, I only got 1 belt, and I got to share it with 2 of my kids. So
when you win, do they put the belt around you, then they take it away?
yes. Shame on them, right?
Let them take it away. Come on.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's always been the rules. You know, ever since Anderson Silva and Matt Hughes, they were beating people up all the time. They kept getting belts and belts. And the last thing I heard is that they were selling them and shit. So the UFC was like, I was trying to give it away, but I'm not going to give mine away, you know. So if UFC wants to give me, you know, 9 belts, you know, if I'm successful on Saturday, you know, I'll take the belt home and then send me 8 more. Then I can, you know, do... one of the things I always wanted to do is Floyd Mayweather has a picture of himself with all his championship belts. And I think Andre Ward just did it too. And I think that'd be cool if I can recreate that same image to where it's like, hey, you know, mixed martial arts, you know, you got Conor holding up 2 belts, 2-weight champion. And I think it'd be cool if I was, you know, to be successful and I got to 11, have just 11 UFC titles, and then I'll have my amateur belts and be like, this is the road I took to get here.
Don't you think you're probably, it's what I asked you earlier, you're a victim of your own success. They're so used to you winning too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's Demetrious, he's in a title fight and he's going to win again.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't know how to answer that.
I mean, I want you to talk about how good you think you are. Really.
You know, I think I'm one of the best in the world. I mean, there's not another guy out there who can mix it up as good as I can. You know, I've been in fights where I've got dropped multiple times in a fight where guys, I mean, it's always funny because they look back at a Tim Elliott fight and goes, oh, that 1 minute and 45 seconds was the toughest test. I was like, you must have got about my first Dotson fight, my friend, or, you know, my Dominic Cruz fight, or my Brad Pickett fight. But, you know, I always remember the past and remember what I got to get here. And, you know, so like if I get dropped, I'll make adjustments. If the guy keeps taking me down, I'll make adjustments. So it's always about making adjustments, and I think there's not a lot of guys out there who can make those adjustments during the fight.
So then is it important to you to be recognized as the best fighter pound for pound?
That's up to people, you know? I can go out there and make a fucking porno, and they're like, this guy is legit. Pay-per-view numbers will be through the roof. I had the hottest woman up. Well, I have a wife on there, obviously. She's the hottest woman out there. On pay-per-view. What's that? Second hottest. Who's the first?
What is the first?
Oh yeah, then I have second house. So I do a threesome. But you know, people's outlook on people change all the time. You know what I mean? Like Daniel Cormier, he's one of the nicest guys I've ever known. People boo him. Like if I asked him, I was like, hey, why do you guys boo Daniel Cormier? Do you guys boo him? No? You guys a fan? Okay, it's because Kansas City, you know, they like him. They know, they've seen his, you know, all about that cake, all about that food. They sell the fried chicken, they reference whatever. But people, you know, it's almost like if somebody was going to boo them, I'm like, why are you booing him? Like, oh, because he's a dick. So why is he a dick? You know, I mean, he's married, he's got 2 kids, pays his bills, he's not breaking the law, he's not, you know, he's not doing anything else. But you got a guy who's like, oh man, you know, just pop marijuana, man. Everybody's like, fuck yeah, this guy's awesome. It just doesn't make sense. So if I strive my whole career to try to get acceptance from the crowd, to when I first jumped in this sport, it was about fighting and going out there and competing. And then, you know, there's not a lot of pressure trying to win people. It's like going to fucking high school and like, I want to be fucking prom king. So who do I have to sleep with in this company to get, you know, that vote on that ballot for prom king? That's how I look at it, man.
So you get this win, Demetrious. Say you get another one. You set the record. Is it for you at some point to set a record that you don't think could ever be beat?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like, yeah, that's like Usain Bolt. You know, I don't think anybody ever is going to beat that record. But you know, 20 years, 30 years from now, there might be another fast guy coming out of Africa and just smoke that record. So for me, if I can set it as high as I can, why not? I mean,
what is that number for you?
It could be 15, be 16. I don't know. I mean, however long my body holds up. Or until I get tired of it and I was like, you know what? They got enough money in the bank, Matt. Why don't we just hang out and just chill and do other stuff?
And once you get to that point, is it at that point you start, you know, maybe looking at some of these other options, going to other weight classes, then maybe kind of playing around and having some fun?
Yeah, I always use that analogy. You know, a guy who works at an aquarium and he's cleaning out the goldfish tank, and his salary is like $200,000. He goes, hey, we need you to go clean up the 2 new great whites we just got in this aquarium. Sweet, you know, I'm gonna get hazardous pay, my insurance is gonna be double, and I'm gonna get, you know, an extra $200,000, you know, raise. No, my friend, no insurance claim, you're actually gonna make the same. The person's not gonna feel too good about cleaning that damn shark tank now, is he? So for me, it's all about negotiating, and, you know, obviously when the time comes, if I get to that point in my career, then we'll enter into those negotiations.